previously on The Girl Who Stutters.
Georgia. Not Georgia. Georgia. Not Georgia. Not Georgia. Georgia. Okay, I'm close to getting that word right. This one is actually the worst word that I mispronounced. This one's actually kind of a funny story. So, all right. So, all right, I'm gonna say it. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you this story. Now, I distinctly remember this, and everyone remembers this to this day. The people who were me in high school at this time, in this particular classroom, I talked to like one of them today, but over the years it was like maybe 4 people, 3 people, 2 people, not one person. But everyone still remembers this. This was sophomore year, 10th grade math class. It was Algebra 2. And it was me, and then my friend Kathy sat to me on the right. Or behind me. She either sat behind me or next to me, and this other boy named Michael, he sat either behind me or next to me. I can't remember who sat where, but they were like the 2 main people I talked to in that particular class. I talked to other people too, but you know, those were my main 2 peeps for that particular class. And so I was asking my friend for her calculator. You know, the big, was it T9, whatever calculators they're called. And because I forgot mine at home that day, and, you know, I asked her, can I borrow her calculator for a little bit, and then I'll give it back to her. And then she started laughing. I'm just like, can I borrow your calculator? And she's like laughing even louder. I'm just like, yo, can I borrow your calculator? Why are you acting ridiculous for? Like, can I borrow your calculator? And then she just like, she was uncontrollable at this point. So I got mad at her. I was like, why are you being stupid? Can I have your calculator? Give me your calculator. Do you want me to use your calculator or not? Calculator. Is there any part of that sentence you're not understanding? And then she kept asking me, like, what did you just say? The whole time she's asking me, what are you saying? What did you just say? What? Say it again. What are you asking for? I'm like, calculator. Can I have your calculator? Jesus Christ. Why you act like you don't understand what I'm saying? And at this point, the entire class is like laughing hysterically. And I'm starting to feel a little embarrassed because I thought they were laughing because I was shouting. And I realized I got so mad that I was shouting, can I borrow your calculator? And I just, you know, I felt a little embarrassed, and I was just like, whatever, I don't want to borrow your calculator anyway. And then everyone started laughing even louder, and I'm just feeling like, what the hell is going on? Why is everyone acting crazy? All I did was ask for her calculator. Yeah, I shouted, and the teacher was just standing there like staring at me like, what? And I'm just like thinking, I'm sorry I shouted. Like, it was a reaction because she kept asking me, what did you say? Say it again. I didn't hear you. And I'm just like, I wanted to borrow your calculator. So I asked the person next to me, not the other friend, Michael, because I knew he would do the same thing because she was doing it. Because she's not usually a jokester. So I asked the other person next to me, can I borrow his calculator? He was just laughing. No one was answering me. And I was just like, what is everyone doing? So I thought I had maybe a kick me sign on my back or something. So I was like checking my back. I was like, hey, there's no kick me sign. Like, what is going on? Everyone's laughing at me because I said I want to borrow a calculator. And then I asked one other person, and this person did not answer. Just kept laughing. And then I was just like, whatever. I'll just do the math in my head, try to figure it out myself. And then the boy, Michael, he was whispering in my ear. He was saying, psst, Shanté, it's pronounced calculator. And I was like, psst, yeah, I know. I wanted to borrow her calculator. Can I borrow your calculator? And he was just like trying to hold his composure because I was whispering calculator in his ear. And this whole time I had no idea that I was saying calculator because no one has ever corrected me until that incident in 10th grade that I was saying calculator. Literally, no one has ever corrected me. I've said it that way my entire life. I never even thought I was saying it incorrectly. Like, I knew how it was spelled, C-A-L. For some reason, my brain and my mouth was just not connecting. And so no one corrected me to this point because, and eventually after a while, he whispered again, Shanté, you gotta stop saying calculator. It's not calculator, it's calculator. And I still wasn't getting at this point. I was still getting more upset and more embarrassed. So he wrote it down and he like separated the words and told me to enunciate it. And I was just like, what? I'm gonna get mad. Like, what is this? What are you doing? So I was reading it. Calculator, calculator. And then he was like, you see what you're doing? And I was just like, what? Calculator. And then he was like, now say it again, listen to yourself. And I was like, calculator. I was like, oh, I'm saying cock. And I was just like, oh, okay, my bad. And I was like, I don't know why that was so funny. I just said cock, like that doesn't even mean anything. Yeah, so I was that innocent and pure that I didn't understand why cock was like not the best thing to say in 10th grade math class with a bunch of 16-year-old boys and girls. See, I knew I heard cock sometimes in cartoons to describe a chicken. I still didn't understand why cock was funny because I knew it means a chicken. But there was a part, like a little teeny tiny part of me that knew or was thinking, wait, doesn't that mean something else? But I literally, I was that innocent apparently that I didn't even think about that stuff at all. Like, not really. And like the friend Michael, he kind of whispered in my ear, cock means penis. And like, it was like, I knew that, but I never thought about it. So in that moment, that whole situation, I was not even thinking about it. And that's when I realized I just said penis practically in front of the whole class, like 25 times. I felt mortified at that moment. I was just thinking, oh my effing God. I just literally said the word penis essentially like 25 to 30 times in math class. And it's not even lunchtime yet. Yeah, I was embarrassed the rest of the class. And luckily, people weren't really making fun of me. Like I said, people were pretty nice to me, so I didn't really get bullied and picked on really that much at all, like almost never. So luckily, I guess I was the right amount of cute, the right amount of skinny, the right amount of smart, the right amount of fashionable, the right amount of cool, where people didn't think it was a good thing to tease me or bully me. So I guess I just got lucky, won the genetic lottery, as some people say. An intellectual lottery. Yeah, that could have ended differently. I could have been known as cock girl for the rest of high school. Or penis girl. That's not a good thing. That would not be a good thing to know as penis girl. Yeah, so ever since that, I actually consciously say calculator. I say it slower. I've practiced over the years, so I don't say it as slow as I used to, which I used to say it as, oh yeah, so I have my calculator if you want to use it. Oh, there's a calculator over there. I would say it like that because I did not want to have that embarrassing moment ever again. But now today I say it slower, I have to, or it will come out as high school. Ain't it grand? So, anywho, let's do a rapid fire lightning round because otherwise this video is going to be like 5 days long if I get through every single word I mispronounced. Let's just do a quick couple, like 10 more words or something. So another set of words that I just cannot say correctly. Maintenance, which is actually maintenance. But I say maintenance or maintenance. sometimes if I'm talking super fast. Another word, and this one I said in high school, freshman year, the first month when I had to read something out loud to the entire class. I said the word successful like 4 times in 2 paragraphs. I was just reading and I just kept saying successful, successful, successful. I plan to be a successful graphic designer. I would like to be as successful as Oprah. Successful. No, Shanté, the word is successful. Successful. I sure know how to embarrass myself in public.
Mentos, the fresh maker.
And this one I just discovered recently when I was with my friend and we were in Victoria's Secret. I just noticed in my late 20s that the word sale, S-A-L-E, I pronounce as sell. So I'm like, oh God, we have to go to Victoria's Secret. This is great sell. Oh my God, we have to go to the sell right now. It's like 50% off sell. Yeah, I've literally said that and my friend was laughing at me, but she also could not say the word either. Technically, she's like half Asian, so, and she was born in Japan, so she has an excuse, but she's also an American citizen, so she has no excuse either. Technically, by default. Like the word death, D-E-A-T-H, like death. I pronounce it as deaf a lot, so sometimes it sounds like I'm saying deaf, like this person can't hear. Or like most deaf, like D-E-F, but it's death. Like you gotta enunciate the T-H. But again, like I say, I change it to D's and F's sometimes, depending on where it is in the word. If it's towards the end of the word, T-H usually turns into F's. And if it's at the beginning of the word, it usually turns into D's. That's me. Oh, the word synonym. That word is the word I cannot say correctly to this day unless I say it really slowly, because how I say it, if I'm just talking, it's cinnamon. I pronounce the word synonym. Synonym. I said it right the first time. Damn it. Synonym. I think that's right. The word synonym, I have to say it slowly like that. Otherwise, I would instinctively call it cinnamon, which I learned in elementary school. I was saying incorrectly because we were learning about antonyms and synonyms. I'm so cute, aren't I? And, you know, I was being corrected by the teacher and other students, but not in a mean way. They were just trying to tell me you're saying it wrong. So thanks, guys, for not being bullies. Oh, the word generally turns out to be genuinely. So that's what I say, where sometimes I take words and turn it into, what the heck was that? Or I'll take the word and it turns into a word that actually does exist, not a made up word. So yeah, when I say generally, it turns into genuinely. I pretty much add an extra syllable in there, so yeah. Concentrate. You have no idea how many people want to burst out laughter when I say that word, concentrate, because I say concentrate. I say concentrate. I say concentrate. Like, there's like 10 different ways I mispronounce that word, but I don't care. You either love me or love me more. Work. Conscience. No, that was wrong. Conscience. No, maybe that is right. Conscience? Nope, that's definitely wrong. Conscience. So pretty much the word is conscience. Conscience. C-O-N-S-C-I-E-N-C-E. I before E except for C, because that word doesn't apply to all words. Yeah, but no, I'm adding extra sounds in there. Conscience. Conscience. Since. Let's just move on. Instances. I pronounce as instance sometimes, so I just change it to a new word that does exist, but just a whole nother word that isn't not what I just said. So instance, or I say, sometimes I will accidentally say inches. It's really different though. So instances become instance, or inches, or inches. Literally, that's another word where I pronounce it like 10 different ways, and y'all just gonna have to get over it and just, like, don't even bother correct me at this point. Like, I'm a full-grown woman. Like, at this point, whatever words I can't say, I just can't say. It's up to me to try to speech therapy myself. Oh, the word comments. I sometimes pronounce it as comics. So I could be saying, like, don't forget to subscribe and leave a comics down in the section below. And I'm just like, what did I just say? So literally I have to reshoot that part of my video like 10 times because every time I say comics. Like, so leave your comics in the, so leave your comics below. Literally, I can literally go back and find all of my old videos and it's just me saying comics. Leave your comics below. Don't forget to comics. Don't forget to comic. And I'm just like, what? What? So comments, leave your comments below and don't forget to subscribe and like this video. And please don't forget to share with your friends. If you have a friend that stutters, let them know there are other stutterers like them out there. Me. And I can teach them about being confident. I hope that this video helps them feel connected to someone else. So ethnicity is another word. I don't really say it out loud that often, but I write it. But if I do say it, ethnicity, I can actually say it right. Maybe 50% of the time, 60-40%. But sometimes you guys already know that TH, so it comes out as ethnicity instead of ethnicity. See, when you say TH, you gotta stick your tongue out. You gotta spit on that tongue. That doesn't sound G-rated. Yeah, so you got to kind of do that, but I do. So ethnicity is pretty much how I say that word. Oh, conversation sometimes turn out to conversation. Conversation. I say this one right a lot of times, but sometimes I get it wrong. But if I'm talking too fast, it'll come out as something crazy. Sediments. I don't really use that word that often anyways, but the very few times in my entire life I've used that word sediments, it comes out as settlements. So two words that I put together to make a whole new word that doesn't actually exist. Because when would you ever use the word settle and mints right after each other? Settle your mints. See, doesn't work. So I would say like settlements, so settlements. But the word is sediments. Like you're sad about something. It's like condolences. So it's like sediments to your family. See, I can't even say it. Sediment. Yep, I can't say that word. That's on the list of words that I just cannot say. But then again, I don't use that word enough to even consciously try to correct it. So whatever. This word, a lot of people mispronounce even if you do not stutter. So this one actually probably shouldn't be on the list. Is ask. So ASK. So a lot of people say ax, AX. I do. Some people say it's like a culture thing. A lot of times with Black people or some other minority groups. I don't know how true that is. I just know I say ax and a lot of other people say ax. And that's one of the words that people did kind of make fun of me about, but I just ignore it because I literally can't say ask. I literally have never said ask. I just say ax. Because if you answer my goddamn question, I'm going to ask you. The word toes, T-O-L-O-S, comes out as toes, like someone's car being towed, or your toes on your feet. I won't show my toes, even though they are beautiful. Yeah, so look, hopefully I don't have to say the word tolls that much because no one likes paying tolls. I always skip the tolls, by the way. I always go to Google Maps and that section where you can pick it. I always do avoid tolls. comes out as toes or toes, T-O-W-S. So that's me. Threshold. Yes, threshold. The word is threshold. But I say threshold, so it's like half Spanish. And then the other word is English, so like Spanglish. I'm a little Spanglish there. Threshold is threshold, right? Threshold. Is that right? Write down in the comments. Shoot, I said comments. That's two different words. Comments. Comments? What? Comments? Well, now I can add that to the list. Oh, and another word I thought off the top of my head, because like I said, there's a mile high plus to infinity and beyond amount of words I can't say, but one word that might surprise you is the word pronounce. It wasn't until I was actually hanging out with my cousins when I was a child in elementary school, and we were talking about something, blah, 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 and then, like, I think I was making fun of one of my cousins because they couldn't say a word correctly, which is weird. Like, why would I put myself in a situation to get made fun of? And I was making fun of them because they couldn't pronounce word, and I kept saying, ha, you didn't pronounce that word right. See, you messed up words too. You didn't pronounce it right. And then it kind of turned back on me. I was making fun of someone else, and they started making fun of me. And they're saying, you're not even saying the word pronounce right. You're saying pronounce. Like, where's the R? And like, I just added an I there for no reason. Like, what? Just, who do you think you are? Webster? Just making up words, adding them to the dictionary. Yeah, so I used to pronounce the word as pronounce, but I actually worked really hard because I did actually feel embarrassed because I was making fun of someone, so they tried to throw back in my face. So I actually can say that word pronounce correctly, and I can say it fast, not slow like some other words. I don't think I really mispronounce that word that often anymore. Maybe like 2% of the time, but then again, I don't really need to say the word pronounce that often. So that's the end of this video. I hope all of you enjoyed it because I most certainly did. Reminiscing. I said that word right too. Yay! So pretty much reminiscing about all the funny times I couldn't say a word correctly and some very embarrassing ones. But hey, I got funny stories out of it. I hope these help some of you guys who maybe know someone who stutters, or maybe you have a story about how you used to stutter. Leave it in the comments. Leave it in the comments below and tell me about a story if you used to stutter or you know someone who did stutter, and whether or not you bullied them, you didn't bully them. Just tell me your stories below, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. So TTFN, ta-ta for now. Yeah, I can't get it. Okay, take 17. So another thing that I another thing that I have a hard time. Damn it, cut. Okay, so pretty. Oh, it's not even a hard word. I can say that word. God damn it, cut.